beautiful sight I've ever seen in my life.
You weren't even looking.
I'm looking where I want to be looking.
Oh, Scotty, you're so prejudiced.
Yes, I sure am. But when you're happy like this, I mean, you really are beautiful.
I'm glad you think so. But it's a very beautiful sunset, too.
Yeah, it is.
It's our first married sunset. We've had so many firsts today. As long as I live, though, I don't think I will ever forget that ride to the airport.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I hadn't stopped and taken those rocks out of the hubcap, you probably would have been arrested and wouldn't have made this flight.
I know, but it was very funny.
Yep.
I don't think I'll forget a minute of this day. Not even if I live to be 100.
Neither will I.
I felt closer to people today than I've ever felt before. Brian and Claudia, everybody. Most of all, my parents. I mean, for the first time in my life, they really were my parents. You know, I mean, not just my legal guardians anymore, my parents. I could see them in perspective for the first time, and I realized how much I really loved them. And it was such a good feeling.
I'm glad that you finally got that worked out with him.
And the park was so beautiful with all the flowers, and you standing there beside me. You know something? I think I could have flown all the way to California without this plane.
Excuse me, would you two newlyweds like some champagne?
Yes, I would.
How did you know we were newlyweds?
Well, I've seen quite a few of them in my time, but I don't think I've ever seen a couple who are quite so obvious. That and the rice in your hair when you first got on.
I like that.
What?
People knowing that we were married. I mean, I never thought I would, but now I do. I want everybody to know. I feel like standing up and making an announcement.
Okay, stand up and do it.
This is tough.
Well, I think everybody probably already knows, not just like the stewardess, that we are not very subtle about hiding our feelings.
I want to be subtle. I'm a very happily married woman, and I want the whole world to know it.
Listen, I do want to apologize again for being late. My own wedding.
I don't want an apology, honey. Just knowing that you spent so much time tracking down that love seat and getting it back for us is about the sweetest thing I've ever heard of. I love you.
Like one.
No, I didn't feel well, so I didn't go to the wedding.
Are you okay now?
Yes, I'm fine now.
I'm glad, because I know those headaches, you know how they bother you. But look, Heather, it's probably your nerves.
Well, I didn't call to talk about my health, but now you've got me all upset again. You never should have slipped like that to Susan about Jeremy's yearly allotment.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's very dangerous, Larry Joe. She hates me and she'll use anything she can against me. You don't realize how vindictive and mean she is.
There's nothing I can do about it now except to say that I'm sorry. Okay, I'll be more careful the next time. Heather, am I going to see you tonight?
I don't see how I can get by there tonight, Larry Joe. Jeff would be suspicious. He's talking about going somewhere for an early dinner and then going straight home to bed.
Oh, that's really great. You know, why don't you spell it out for me? Why don't you give it to me blow by blow? You know, I hate to hear you talk about things like that.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't say it to upset you. It's just a fact of life. I mean, Jeff and I are married, after all. Listen, Larry Joe, I can't talk anymore. I'm calling from the Weber kitchen.
Before you go, say something to me, all right, please?
Oh, Larry Joe, come on.
I want to hear you say it. I mean, say it soft if you have to, but say it.
All right. I love you now. Good night.
Well, I don't believe it. I mean, I stood right here and heard it with my own ears, and I still don't believe it. You love him?
What are you doing? Eavesdropping?
Oh, never mind what I was doing. Now, I want an explanation from you, and I want it in a hurry, or I just may take matters into my own hands. Now, what is going on between you and Larry Joe?
Nothing's going on.
Oh, don't tell me nothing. When you're... Your husband is out there talking and enjoying himself, and you're in here on the telephone telling another man that you love him?
Mom, I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Oh, really? How many ways can you mean I love you?
Oh, it's just that Larry Joe's such a big baby. He's being encouraged all the time.
Encouraged? To do what?
Oh, that is all I'm going to say. I did it for his sake.
Oh, now, wait a minute. You're not going to walk out of here like that.
Now, what do you want from me?
The truth. Look, baby, I have backed you in a lot of things, but I am not going to tolerate your taking advantage of someone as good and kind as Jeff. Now, I just won't be a party to it, Heather.
I would never do anything to hurt Jeff, Mom. I love him.
You seem to love a lot of people tonight. Now, just why are you leading Larry Joe on like this?
I feel sorry for him, that's all.
Oh. Well, if you're just toying with his affections, then I feel sorry for him, too.
I'm not doing anything of the kind. It's just that, well, he's all alone, and he has been very kind to me. And I guess maybe in my own way, I do love him. I married him once, didn't I?
Oh, yes. And you treated him like dirt. You have treated him like dirt for months since he came back, and then all of a sudden, ho, you got so nice to him. Now, I knew there had to be a reason why Larry Joe was hanging around you all the time.
Hey, Mom. Now you're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's all perfectly innocent. There's nothing to worry about.
I just can't.
Well, did we finally get you off the phone?
Yes, I just hung up.
Oh, who you been talking to for so long?
Oh, no questions. It has something to do with your birthday, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay. How's your headache?
It's all gone now. I'm fine.
Oh, good.
Well, shall we go back to Florida?
Wait a minute here, honey. As long as I got you alone for a minute, I want to take advantage of it. You know what I mean, sweetheart?
How is Steve doing in London? Oh, he sounded fine the last time I talked to him. But, you know, he really can't believe that the hospital is running so smoothly without him. That's Steve, all the way. But he does ask about Mrs. Kokori, and then he was very sorry to hear that she'd been taken back to IC.
Sorrier than I was.
Speaking of which, I called Dr. Cunningham right after the wedding, and he said there was no change.
The poor woman. No, really has been through it, hasn't she?
Hey, finally got her off the phone.
Can we get you something, Ed? Oh, no thanks, Lesley.
Jeff, Rick was telling me about the last time you tried to make contact with Jameson. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
Yeah, thanks, Ellen. Last report we got, there's a possibility that he crossed the border into Mexico, so...
Mexico? It's incredible how he keeps moving around.
I can't even imagine how awful it would be to know that you've got a son out there and not know where he is.
You're right, Ellen. I don't think I could have withstood it as well as Jeff and Heather.
Well, we really didn't have much choice, Rick.
Well, it worries us both more than I can say. And sometimes it bothers me so much I think I might go mad. Which is why we want to adopt little Jeremy Hewitt. I think if I have another child to love that, well, maybe I won't be so tortured by the thoughts of Steven Lars.
Honey, come on. We shouldn't talk about it, but it upsets you so much.
I'm sorry, Heather. Really, I shouldn't have mentioned it at all.
Ellen, it's okay. It's not your fault.
Truly, forgive me. It's getting late now. I really think we ought to be going.
Oh, it's been wonderful to have you here this evening.
Oh, you're all right.
Hi. Really? I'm fine. I think it's just, it's the excitement of the day and, well, being out in the sun for hours.
Yes.
Thank you. Look, I'll get my purse.
Okay.
You sure would like something to eat.
It was a lovely wedding.
Monica, I'm sure you know just how important it was to Laura that you were there today. I bet at least 5 different times, even with all the confusion, she came to me and said what a special friend you are to her.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're set.
Okay. We'll see you then.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, look at you.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Quite a change after the casual way you looked at the wedding today.
Well, I could say the same about you.
Yeah. Well, back in our working clothes. I had to take the night shift tonight to make up for getting off this afternoon.
Too bad. I know how you like your evenings off.
No, it was worth it. Luke, I haven't been able to get that wedding off of my mind.
I know what you mean. Me either. You know what's funny? I keep thinking about those weddings our parents used to take us to when we were kids. You remember those?
Oh, yeah. The rented halls with the crepe paper. The families of the brides always going into hock to pay for the cheap wedding clothes.
And those wine and beer receptions that always turned into drunken brawls. Oh, God, I hated those things.
So did I.
Today was different. It was so clean. It was pretty.
It was respectable.
Okay. I couldn't believe nobody got drunk. I don't know, it left me in a really funny mood. I guess I need to get back to the disco and get to work. Maybe I'll snap out of this.
Luke, have you heard from Roy?
No, I haven't. I don't expect to till he's through.
Okay, fine. Guess I should know better than to ask where he really went.
Yes, I guess you should. Besides, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It was an important meeting. He had to be there. That's all I know.
Luke, you know, I've been thinking a lot about what you said. About not confusing Roy because it could be dangerous for him.
Good. You keep thinking about that because I mean it. It's serious. You know, confusion in our business is very dangerous. It puts you a couple of steps behind the other guy. That's when the trouble starts.
Yeah, well, Roy is afraid that you're going through that same kind of confusion yourself.
Okay, I'll snap out of it. It comes, it goes, you know. I mean, it's not to worry about.
You want to talk about it?
No, I don't. There is nothing to talk about. Look, I'll tell you what I came here for. I got a call from one of my bosses about Cal Jameson.
Luke, what did he say?
Hold on, the news is not that good. Now, you know, I asked them to help you, and because you're family, they agreed. But by the time the guy in Canada got there, Jameson's gone. He split.
I knew that when Jeff got back with that detective of his. Thanks for trying. It was really sweet of you.
You're welcome. You know, that's about the only thing good about working for the guys I work for. Family is very important to them. So, look, I think we got an inroad. If Jameson bothers you again, let me know. I think we can get him taken care of permanently.
Killed? No, I don't want anything like that to happen.
Will you calm down? Nobody mentioned death. I just mean he'll be scared off for good.
I don't know. The closer I get to Roy, the more all this stuff is scaring me.
I think you should take my advice in that case and just cool it with Roy.
That's not easy, you know. I have feelings, too.
Well, you can't have it both ways, baby. You know, both of us have got to make some kind of a decision somewhere along the line.
I know, okay? I'll tell you, if I ever let this thing get really serious, I'm never going to have a wedding like the one we went to today. It's going to be just like the ones we were just talking about. Lots of family and kids and crude jokes.
That's exactly right. Exactly. You know, you and I are lucky to be even invited to those things. You're never going to have that. Neither one of us will ever have that.
Well, you really are down tonight, aren't you?
No! Yeah. It's stupid, too. I mean, I'm thinking too much, that's all. It hurts my little brain. It hurts my digestion, and it hurts my soul.
Luke? You okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. Look, I'll be at the disco if you want to talk later.
Ready for dinner?
Good evening, please.
How are you, Mrs.
I'm
Harvey?
just fine, thank you.
Good.
You?
Just fine,
Good.
thank you. How about right over here? Oh, all right.
Hi.
You know, Dory and Howard came in, and the quartermaid. Everyone is raving about that wedding and how beautiful it was.
Susan, it was about the nicest wedding I've ever seen.
Nicer than your own?
Well, it was a little different situation. We kind of had a rush job up there in Canada.
But it was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. Don't worry.
Well, I had a big, fancy wedding, and I would never go through that again. As far as I'm concerned, it was an incredible waste of money. Considering the way it turned out, it was a waste of time, too. Maybe you would have had fonder memories if it had lasted. I doubt it. I'll send your waiter right over. Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you, Susan. Heather, do you really think that last comment was necessary?
Yes, I do, or I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, I'm so glad that Anne decided to go out tonight. I was a little worried about her spending all her evenings with Steve and me and the boys.
Yeah, it'll be good for her to get out and see what's happening in the real world now.
But you know, when she called me to say that Joe Kelly had invited her out to dinner, she sounded almost apologetic about leaving Tommy and Jeremy with Mrs. Ryan till I got home.
Oh, that reminds me. Honey, I knew there was something I forgot to tell you.
What?
Well, at the reception today, Howard told me that we could expect someone to come visit us, somebody appointed from the court to talk to us about our plans to adopt Jeremy.
Oh, really? I hope they give us some notice.
No, I don't think it works that way. See, they sort of pop in unexpectedly to see the house and how you live normally. They don't want you, getting everything ready for them.
Well, that does make sense.
Well, they're going to have a hard time finding us a home. Between your hours and mine, we're hardly ever there.
Well, they'll just keep trying till they find us.
Jeff, now that Jameson is out of the country, don't you think we could have that machine taken off the phone?
Yeah, I suppose. Except, it might be a little premature right now. There's always an outside chance that Jameson could call us again. Honey, why does it bother you so much to have that recorder in the house?
Well, if this person from the court should ask about it, it's such a bizarre, involved story. I just wouldn't want to get into it.
Well, right now, I think it's about our only hope of finding Jameson again.
All right, whatever you say.
Well, I can't imagine that it would be a bit awkward having all your calls recorded. Inhibiting, I'd say.
Yes, it certainly is. Would you excuse me? I think I should call Diana and see how things are going there.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You want us to order you something to drink?
Some white wine. I won't be long.
Yeah.
I just wish that Steve could have been there this afternoon to hear you and Rick talk about your parents in such a relaxed, easy way. It was really music to my ears.
Yeah. Well, I think Rick and I have both learned a lot through the experience. I just hope when Steve gets back from England that we can forge ahead with a new relationship, and a better one.
I'm sure you will.
No, actually, I have Heather to thank for my attitude now. She accepted the whole thing so easily, it made it a lot easier for me.
All right, Diana. I'll see you in the morning. Right. Kiss PJ goodnight for me. Bye-bye.
Heather.
Larry Joe, I can't talk to you right now.
Why not?
We have to be very careful from now on. My mom heard me talking to you from the Webbers, and she went crazy. Now, what if it had been somebody else?
Hey, talking about going crazy. How do you think I feel? You tell me you're going to go home and go to bed with Jeff, and then you come tooling in here together arm in arm. What do you suppose that makes me feel like?
Be patient, please, Larry Joe. It won't be long now. And we have to think of some way to undermine Diana. We have... I'll talk to you later, Larry Joe.
Okay.
If you ask me, Larry Joe, you are a glutton for punishment.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Being around her all the time is not going to make you feel any less lonely.
Sometimes it does.
I don't think so. All it really does is remind you of what you lost and what Jeff has now instead of you.